It's Rexanna with Garden of Herbs, and I just wanted to come on today and share this video with you. I am doing this video as promised about cayenne pepper, and this is going to fall in my list of the top 10 must-have garden herbs. And basically, I did not grow this. I have a whole basket of herbs. I call them herbs. These are a different pepper. They can be listed according to my book. They're a hot pepper, but they are a little bit different. I do not know. I've tried looking them up to see if they have like a capsaicin or capsicum. I always say capsaicin, but it's capsicum, which is considered a fruit. I want to grow the official they're smaller and more slender. You have to be able to really know how to identify them. That I get here with Starwest Botanicals. I just get the powder because they don't have the seeds and all that. I don't have to clean them or anything. But the official count, which is 90 kHU, which, like, if you were to buy like the small little containers that you buy at your grocery store, I don't know what the heat volume, I call it heat volume, me personally. I don't know how old. Sometimes you don't really know if it's organic unless it says it's organic. This says organic, and it also is kosher. On the back it says kosher. So it also says a lot of warnings, and you know how I make it. I know I'm gonna make it for topical use, plus I can make it to cook with. So I just like to get it from a reliable source if I can't grow it. And so that's why, and this also comes in these nice little bags, and I get several bags at a time because this is an exact 2 ounces. So that's what we're gonna be going over today. Got just measured amount, which is 2 ounces. And I don't like to smell it because it could go straight up in your nose and it can burn your nasal passages. And I always use olive oil because I'm probably not going to use the exact, I may use just this amount for salves, and then I may use another amount for cooking. But today we're just going to stick with this for demonstration purposes. And again, I'll show you that's 2 ounces, and I use a 1.5 jar because I don't know exactly yet how much. This is a cup of olive oil, and I'll probably do just that amount for cooking. This I'm going to be using for salves. But I want to go over a little bit of information very quickly so that you know the medicinal purposes and a wide variety. I may go over a little history. I don't know. I didn't smell it. But Christopher Columbus is responsible for discovering it. He did it like way back. He thought it was a black pepper plant is when he very first came upon it. He thought, oh, this is black pepper, great, you know. But actually, and he misnamed the plant and brought the seeds out to Europe and was thinking that that's what it was. But the explorers followed soon, and they seen that there were pungent pods, and then part of India and other places knew that it was a medicinal plant, and the culinary and medicinal and religious lives, they soon found out that it wasn't black pepper, it was something different. So he goes on where they introduced it to Africa, India, and this was back in the 1500s. So to tell you a little bit of history about that. And in 1650, they found out the capsicum was cultivated through then, and they started doing it through trade routes and through South America. It became a condiment, you know, and through today, pretty much you can see it in. I mean, it's pretty much a staple in Mexico, in Africa, in Europe. There's people where it's just sitting on the table in hot sauces, Tabasco sauces. I mean, a lot of people just can't even eat without it. I mean, it's there. I mean, it's just, and people love it. I mean, they grow it in hot climates. The hot peppers. It's good for circulatory, it's good for digestive. It's the red pepper, the bird pepper, the African pepper, the cayenne pepper. It's very high. Let me go over some of the properties. It's an aromatic, it's a stimulant, it's an astringent, it's a astringent, it's a circulatory, it's a tonic, it's a carminative, and it's a, I don't really know what this is. I have to look it up. I should have looked it up. I didn't even look at this book before I started this. It's a diuretic. I think that's what it is. And basically, a lot of people have used this through the years. If you got extremities that your hands are really cold, it goes throughout the regions of your hands and feet, and it warms up the body. And I've known that for years. If you have arthritis, the reason that you make it as a salve, not only does it warm you, because you lose a lot of the heat, but you can warm up your hands really good, and your hands become stiff and painful. And I think it's an anti-inflammatory myself, because it takes away a lot of that stiffness you can just move your hands. Now you want to rub it on your hands and your feet, wherever that inflammatory is, or your back. I know people that have a lot of back problems, and then they wipe it off after they leave it on there for 10 minutes, and they don't want to touch your face or anything like that. But it's also, what I was going to talk about a second ago, is it's very high in vitamin B's, your potassiums. It's about average in selenium. Your thiamine, your vitamin A, it's through the roof. Vitamin C and zinc, very, very high. Your cobalt, your crude fiber, your dietary fiber, it's about average. Your iron, it's about average. Magnesium, it's about average. But some of these is just very, very high. Fat, for some reason, it's very, very high. But it's very good. It says that it goes really good with relieving pain, female complaints, it's good. Athletes, any type of infection, heart problems, it's a good laxative, it's a good diuretic. Any kind of thyroid imbalance is good. Any kind of male tonic, it's cleansing, it's good for respiratory elements. And one of the grandfathers in herbal medicine in the 1800s used it and said it's a fruit. And he said that it's good for restoring the life in heat. The heat brings back the life. So if you have any kind of, it's a pungent herb, anytime you have anything that's kind of got you low down, it brings back up that life in your body. It also takes out any kind of mucus, throws out the mucus. You can use it as a tincture. You can use it as a salve, like I said. It can be used in combination with hawthorn. It can be used with dong quai. It can be used with ginger. It can be used with golden seal, juniper, alfalfa, yucca. It can be used with a wide variety of other things. Wild willow, valerian, ginseng, parsley. It can be used very, very good properties. And I just wanted to, before we go on and make our remedy, it's very well known, you know, like I said, in the circulatory. But one thing that's very good, if you have anything like you want to combine it with garlic, they highly recommend that it be combined with garlic because it's a stimulant. And if you have anything like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, it reduces the spasms, increases the immune response. If I can get my lips are working right. But it's an antiseptic, like I said, and it's a diuretic. And so any type of hypotensive problem that you have, it's going to bring all that down. And of course you want to increase your fluids, make all that where you don't have all that. It treats your coughs, your colds, your asthma, any kind of coronary disease, which is your hypertension and all that, your infections, your skin conditions, and your hemorrhoids. So this is really an awesome herb to consider having. I've been told too that like if you have any kind of bleeding condition, that this is something to consider as well. So garlic is very aromatic and is very good for your immune response by itself. And it says to consider putting parsley, which parsley is really good to help on the other side because, you know, you crunch up a lot of parsley. It helps, it's a cleaner, you know, parsley is good for cleaning. I think the pancreas, and so that's really good too. So ginger and Siberian ginseng, we won't go into all that, but those are really good combinations. We're gonna slide my book over here, and we're just going to take 1 cup of olive oil. It doesn't matter what kind of olive oil you got. And we're just gonna add it to the 2 ounces of, let's see, where did I put my package? Pepper, the cayenne pepper. Whoop, if I can not make a mistake, cayenne pepper. Okay, and I got me some little sticks. The other day I was at the store, I was at the dollar store. And you can get a whole bundle of these sticks right here, so you can just throw them away. And I said something that I want to clear up. I said it on a video the other day, or last week, or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember when. But I said, now, I don't think you can actually mess it up, but I remember saying this, and I think I had finished, and somebody watched my video, and then they made a comment, and I thought, I probably did say that. But, and, you know, the reason I said this is because I've done it both ways. I've learned it both ways. I'm an herbalist now, but before I became an herbalist, I'm just going to stir this around while I talk. I don't know, I forgot now which video I said this on. I'll have to go back and look. But when you're doing your tinctures, or when you're doing an oil, you can set them in the sunny window. Like I have a tincture right now, and this tincture is elderberry, okay? And I do like this in the morning when I do my dishes or whenever throughout the day. But I used to do my tinctures, and I used to put them in the cabinet right there beside my dish where I used to do my dishes. And the reason was because I had not gone to school yet. I was told by a lot of people that had been taught, because they went to school. I don't know where they went to school. I didn't ask them. but they told me put it in a dark cabinet. And if you don't have a dark jar, just cover your jar up with a sock or a cloth or something. And you can even put it on the counter. But just make sure you cover up your herbs. So I was just doing what I was told. Well, I went to school to be an herbalist. And I've been doing tinctures before I went to herbalist school. And I have been just doing what I was told. And I read books and everything. And just, you know, according to what you're taught, you do what you're taught at the time. Well, when I went to herbalist school, I kind of thought, it says in the book, you only do a tincture for 2 weeks at a time and you put it in the window. And I thought, 2 weeks? And your tincture's done? Well, I was taught to put it in a dark cabinet and 4 to 6 weeks. And I thought, to get my head around that was really hard. Well, I started hearing more and more experienced herbalists say, put it in the window and do it 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and then put it in the window, put it in the window. So when you're around a larger group of experienced herbalists, and I started thinking maybe I should not put it in the dark cabinet, but to do it for 2 weeks, I just couldn't get my head around the 2 week period. So what I do now, and you may hear me say, put it in a dark cabinet. That's just an old habit, and sometimes it's hard for me to break. But what I do is I put it in the window, okay? And if you hear Rexanna say, put it in a dark cabinet, that's just a mistake I'm making. But I don't put it in the dark cabinet anymore. The only time I put it in the dark cabinet is when I'm finished. I normally put it in my back office because I have bigger shelves, and I label it. I either put it in my tincture bottles, or if I don't have any more tincture bottles, I'll just put it in a clean jar and I label it until I'm ready to, you know, dispense it. But when this is done, I'll either do a video on it and I'll show you how I do it. But normally I don't put it in a dark cabinet unless I don't have any more room for it. But it's not going to harm it to be in a dark cabinet. But I'm going to put it back in the window because it's not done yet. But even this one, which is a cold infusion right now, and I think I'm going to put just a couple of more ounces of oil in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to put it in the window. And I'm going to be careful and watch myself not to say put it in a dark cabinet anymore. But just a little bit more to make sure it is 2 ounces. Yeah. But that's really how you're supposed to do an oil infusion. Is now I'm going to keep this for 4 weeks. If I keep it longer than 4 weeks, it's because I have forgot about it. But that's going to be my standard from now on. And if I don't always measure everything out perfectly. I think a lot of people have caught on to that I'm not the perfect measure. I do more of the folklore remedies. But this, because it's just in the perfect packages, that's the reason I try to measure things out like that. And sometimes I do heat infused because of time restrictions or whatever, but cold I think are better. I've done both, but on my tinctures, I just let them stay the regular standard time. And I guess that's the difference between going to school and not going to school. I don't know. Maybe some people have done both. I don't really know. And just speaking for somebody like myself, I don't, I know I've talked to people who have gone to school and say, do it this way, don't do it that way. And I'm like, okay. And so I've just had to weigh the difference out for myself. Now I'm gonna shake this up really good, and it's gonna get redder, and it's gonna get pretty. It's gonna get real pretty. And I'm gonna make this one into a salve. I think I already said that. And then I'm gonna make another one. I'm not gonna do it on camera though. Just for cooking, because it's getting winter, and you know, you make a lot of chilies, and you make a lot of this and a lot of that. And I think I'll probably use a different oil because, I don't know. But that's about it. You just label it, you put today's date, and then you put 4 weeks from now, and you put it in the window. And I'm sorry for the confusion. I don't mean to be confusing, but I think what I did is I was trying to hurry. I find, looking at the time, I get stressed about the time, and then I say to myself, la la, whatever. And I'm gonna try to slow down, and I try to get as much information as I can so that everybody can, you know, get all the information that they can from the video. But I'm gonna try to slow down and not be in such a hurry. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for right now. And I hope I got all the information in that you needed so that you can do this cold infusion if you so desire. This is, I think I have one more herb to do, but I didn't bring my sheet of paper over here, so I forgot what the last herb is. But it's been a great series, the 10 herbs. I may have even skipped and put extra herbs in there, but you can never have too many herbs. You know what I'm saying? You can never have too many herbs. And I hope I've made this very interesting for you. We live in a time and a season where you can never have too many herbs. All these herbs are really very beneficial to everybody's health, and some are culinary and some are medicinal, and some you can just do really, I mean, I don't know, you can just do all of them all the time, because I think the best way to get your herbs are from a very reliable source. And if you know of a reliable source, please leave them in the comments below. I always try to do organic, and I always try to do kosher. And there's a big difference because I don't like cross-pollinated herbs. You never know what you're going to get. So anyway, remember to like this video, share this video. That's the biggest help you can do for me. And just say hi. You know, I hope you have a blessed day. And we're walking into a new season. So anyway, y'all have a great day, and blessings to everybody. Bye for now. This is Rexanna with Garden of Herbs. Bye.